Hey guys, my name is Bando. This is Bruxer Bando. Today is Sunday, the 18th of February. For some reason I thought it was March already. I'm really confused with what's going on at the moment. I think it's because my mum's in hospital. I'm just bouncing around all over the place. But we have another Sunday preview and the Dark Angels prepare to mobilise. So, as many of you know, there has been a big range refresh for the 40k Dark Angels. They have been Primarisified. And you have two codexes, the bog standard overly costly regular codex with what I think is a really nice cover. Good piece of artwork with these really cool, just Primaris Dark Angels and some sort of like chapter serfs below it. And then you have the limited edition codex with a guy who looks more like a Black Templar, in my opinion. But also what looks like a classic Firstborn Marine down here, and I really like that. So it's a good piece of art. I'm not sure who the artist is, but this definitely strikes me more as Black Templars at a glance than Dark Angels. And the first miniature we've got is Asmodai, the Master of Repentance. Not sure why it's looking so squashed down there. There's obviously something wrong with the way I'm recording this. So I'll have to look at that. So he's not this chunky. In real life, I don't know why this is being distorted. I'm not a big fan of this model. There are bits of it I like. I quite like the hooded head. I think that would work really well for 30k. But the rest of it, I'm not a big fan of. Belial, Grand Master of the Deathwing. I like this model. I think the pose is good. I think he's an interesting model. The only downside is he doesn't appear to come with a helmet. But this is a good model, and obviously this was only available in the Deathwing Assault box. And this is a relatively fast turnaround for a model that was in a unique box, coming out to being available alone. The Inner Circle Companions. Now, if you remember when the Lion dropped, he came in a box called the Lion's Guard, where it was him and some Blade Guard. This really should have been, who he was in a box with, because it's far more fitting. But these weren't ready for release, and they didn't want to put them in the box. I really like that this guy has a Mark 7 helmet. Other than that, apart from this guy's pose, they're Primaris Marines, which means I don't really like them. I don't like 40k Space Marines. They just do not have a look that I like. I can't put my finger on it. It's very difficult to kind of put into words why I don't like Mark 10 Tacticus armor. But like, this head is infinitely better than this head for some reason. Then we have the Deathwing Knights. The Deathwing Knights, I really like these models. I think these would work really well for a Black Templars force. I also think these would work really well for Dark Angels, for Imperial Fists, or even, say, someone like Word Bearers for 30k. With a little bit of snipping here and there, a little bit of filing, getting rid of some of the sword iconography. These guys could fit in really nicely for some 30k models. Swap out the arms for like Cataphractii or Tartarus and they'd look great. Obviously they come with the maces as another option, which is pretty cool. This is pretty cool for maybe doing what are they called? The nullificators for heresy. And obviously people will assemble them like this, so you may be able to get these maces quite cheap on the old second-hand market. The Dark Angels upgrade and transfer set. I think this is a solid thing to buy if you are looking for upgrades for the heresy. Lots of shoulder pads. These will fit Mark 4 and Mark 6 fine. The heads pretty much are all fine. There's one or two that you can't really use. The watches are fine. And all the doodads are pretty much fine. The transfers, other than the broken sword, which you could touch up with a little bit of red paint, they should be fine. So that's pretty cool. Data sheets and dice are two items I would never recommend anyone ever buys from Games Workshop. These will be out of date in 6 months, and you won't be able to get enough of these for a price that isn't extortionate. Now moving past 40k, we move into 30k, and we have the Legions Astartes Siegebreaker console. This was only shown off last week, and it's already going up for pre-order. That's pretty fast for GW. I don't think the Apothecaries are up for pre-order. I don't know if the Thousand Suns Librarian is up for pre-order. I don't think the White Scar is up for pre-order, the Stormseer. But this guy has shot out really fast. I don't think I did a video on this. I quite like this guy. I can understand all of the criticism people have. Yes, the hammer looks like an Age of Sigmar hammer. Okay, you don't like the nose tube. They're very common in the more evil factions by the end of the Heresy. The cut out armor bits, I get that. I understand that people don't like them. I think that a lot of these things are stylistic choices, and yeah, they probably could have gone for different things. I wouldn't be surprised if this sculpt wasn't started as a Mark 6 Tech Marine, but I like it, and to be honest, Mark 6 Tech Marine is probably what I'm going to do with it. I don't even mind the little hologram. So, Black Library, Lazarus in Enmity's Edge by Gary Kloster is coming out. Never read it. Haven't read a 40k book in a long time. Probably not going to pick one up anytime soon. Cypher, Lord of the Fallen. I've heard good things of this. Yeah, End Times books, no thanks. Audio books, okay, fine. Caiaphas Cain, they're all really good. Warhammer Plus, it's still a thing. I'm really surprised. I think Warhammer Plus is going to go the way of the dodo, if I'm going to be honest. It's either going to need radical changes when the Amazon TV show starts to happen, or movies, or it's going to disappear. Yep. So that's it. That's the Sunday announcements. Nothing tremendous other than how quickly this is being released. Some good models coming out, some not so good models coming out. This Saturday or yesterday we had the pre-orders for all of the Leviathan models being separate, the Space Marine Scouts, the Scorpions, the Great Slaughter book, and a load of Legione Imperialis stuff, none of which really interests me at all, and that's it. So, I've had a quick perusal through here. The only other article in that's any good is this one, which is just a quick overview of some of the Titan Legion's colour schemes. Man, I really want to do a Fire Wasps Titan at some point. That would be so much fun to paint. Yeah. I'm not buying a Titan, 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 I'm not buying a Titan. I do want to get a Knight though. I do want to get a Knight. I am probably going to get one of these two. Maybe the one with the little chainsaw and flamer. I'm not entirely sure yet. For my Night Lords. The plan is always to get one of these for my Night Lords to make the Tin Man. So yeah, okay guys, that's it. Otherwise I'm just going to keep waffling. I'm still working on my Night Lords. Some good progress has been made. The black's all done. The leather is base coated. The metallics are being base coated. I should have a work in progress video maybe next week. Thank you very much for watching. As always guys, thank you for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting. Had some good comments. I had a load of comments that were held for review because you guys are a bit spicy. I have approved every single one of them because I ain't no bitch. So, you know, if you want to be mean to me, go for it. I think it's funny. I'm actually a little disappointed every time I check that held for review comments and there's nothing in there. As always, follow me on all the different socials that are in the description. You can use the Element game code to double your reward points. Anything you guys are looking forward to? Anything I've shown here that's tickling your pickle? You picking up Belial or maybe even Asmodai? Right. That's it, guys. You know where to find me. Come join us on Discord. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.